Buying a certificate from a certification authority like DigiCert or Sectigo is only required if you have a public domain, meaning a website through which anyone in the world can access your Qlik Sense server. For an on-prem Qlik Sense server, you will likely be fine with getting a free certificate. An on-prem Qlik Sense server, not the Qlik Cloud version, but the version that companies host on their own servers, is typically only accessible to employees of a company from inside a company's network. In a case like that, a company usually has its own internal certification authority server that it uses to issue certificates for Qlik Sense servers and other uses. Let me show you an example of that. So here is a set of servers that I have at howdash. Notice that one of them is a certification authority server. Let's connect to it and take a look at what this certification authority server is like. Now, as you can see, there's really nothing special about it other than this ADCS role. ADCS stands for Active Directory Certification Services, and it's just a role that can be added to any server. This particular server is a server that I have created and configured to use at howdash to issue certificates for my Qlik Sense servers. Your company likely has its own certification authority servers, just like this one, and it uses them to issue certificates for servers and users and applications in your company. And issuing a certificate out of company's own certification authority server is free. I don't have to pay anyone to get a certificate out of this server. I just need to run a command. And an IT team, or more likely a security team at your company, runs a command like this one on their certification authority servers. And this tells the certification authority server to generate the certificate. I ran this command in the past a couple of times, and it generated certificates for my dev and test Qlik Sense servers. And your IT or security team would likely run the same command to generate the certificates for you, and then they would send those certificates over to you, and you'll be able to install those certificates in your Qlik Sense servers, and everything will work fine. And yes, this is actually normal. It's typical. It makes practically no sense for me or your company to go out and buy a certificate to certify internal Qlik Sense servers that are only accessible from within the company's network. And it makes no sense because I can build my own certification authority server that I can use to certify my own servers for free. And all PCs, by the way, in my company automatically trust my certification authority thanks to Active Directory. Let me show you as an example. So if I log onto the hub, notice that I can get I get this connection is secure message, followed by this this site has a valid certificate issued by a trusted authority message. And if I take a look at who this trusted authority is, you can see that it's my internal CA. This begs a question then. Why or when would you ever want to buy a certificate from an external or globally trusted certification authority? The answer is that you want to buy a certificate whenever you have your server being accessed from outside of your company's network. If I can access your Qlik Sense server from my laptop, then you need to have a globally recognized certification authority certify your server, which typically means you have to buy a certificate from them. For example, here's howdash.com. Now, howdash.com, unlike my Qlik Sense hub, is accessible from anywhere in the world, not just from my internal servers. If you check the certificate that is used at howdash.com, you'll see that same connection is secured message, and that my server was certified by a trusted certification authority, and that trusted certification authority is Let's Encrypt, not howdash.ca, because howdash.com is publicly accessible. If we take a look at another example, let's go to Qlik.com. Their connection is also secured and also certified by a trusted certification authority. And let's see who they use. Oh, look at that. They also use Let's Encrypt. The important thing is that both howdash.com and Qlik.com are accessible from anywhere in the world, from any computer or phone with access to the internet. And by the way, it is possible to set up a publicly accessible Qlik Sense server, meaning you can install a Qlik Sense server and configure it so that anyone in the world, not just the people in your company, can access it. I'll show you an example of that. So here is explore.qlik.com. It's a site that Qlik has put together where they expose one of their Qlik Sense servers to everyone on the internet. Both you and I can launch one of these apps, it's a Qlik Sense app, and interact through with them through explore.qlik.com. And even though I'm sure Qlik has their own internal certification authority, because they exposed this server to the internet, they had to go out to to DigiCert in this case and get this server certified by DigiCert. Same thing for you and same thing for me. If your Qlik Sense server is only accessible from within the company, you can get a free certificate from your company's internal certification authority, and that will work fine. However, if you're building a more advanced setup where you will expose your Qlik Sense server to everyone on the internet, then you will need to go out and buy a certificate that is trusted from a globally trusted certification authority. I hope that clarified the confusion between free and paid certificates, and maybe even help you save a few $100s by getting a free certificate instead of a paid one. That's all for today. I'll see you tomorrow with more Qlik Sense server tips and insights.